In the arid desert of Peru, one of the most fascinating enigmas of archaeology is revealed: the mysterious Nazca Lines. Drawn upon the dry ground, they form gigantic figures of animals, plants, and geometric shapes that can only be fully seen from the sky. Among them, we can identify a monkey with a curled tail, a perfectly symmetrical spider, colossal birds, and even shapes that resemble landing strips. Each line seems charged with meaning, as if it were a message carved in time. But after all, who drew these figures and what was their true purpose? For centuries, archaeologists and researchers have tried to decipher these enigmatic symbols. Some believe they were astronomical maps used for fertility rituals or worship of the gods. Others suggest they were ceremonial paths for religious processions. There are even those who dare to theorize that they might have been marks left by visitors from another world. Despite countless hypotheses, the truth remains beyond our grasp. The lines are still there, silent, defying logic and fascinating all who fly over the region. Thousands of kilometers away, deep in England, another ancient enigma resists the passage of time: Stonehenge. Massive stones raised in perfect circles, aligned almost mathematically, seem to tell a story never revealed. Each block weighs tons and was transported from distant regions, though we cannot fully explain how. The alignment of the stones with the summer and winter solstices suggests that Stonehenge was also an astronomical observatory. But was it only that? Some scholars believe it was a site for funerary rituals, while others see it as a sacred temple of connection between heaven and earth. The wind passing through the stones carries the feeling that every shadow holds a secret. For visitors, it is impossible not to sense the presence of something grand, as if Stonehenge were a portal to the past, a silent witness of ancestral knowledge lost to time. And when it comes to mysteries, we cannot forget ancient Egypt, with its monumental pyramids and the enigmatic Sphinx of Giza. Built more than 4,000 years ago, the pyramids impress not only for their size, but for the perfection of their alignments and stone cuts. Each block, weighing tons, was transported and placed with a precision that still puzzles modern engineers. How did a civilization without advanced technology build such imposing structures? Even more astonishing is that some of these monuments are perfectly aligned with constellations, such as Orion, suggesting deep astronomical knowledge. Meanwhile, the Sphinx, with its lion's body and human face, seems to guard unfathomable secrets. Some believe it may have been built long before the pyramids, which would completely change our understanding of Egyptian chronology. Surrounded by the desert like an eternal guardian, its gaze fixed on the horizon continues to spark questions that may never be answered. But archaeology's mysteries are not limited to monumental constructions. There is also the Voynich Manuscript, a book that seems to have come from another world. Its pages, filled with indecipherable symbols and drawings of plants that do not exist, have intrigued linguists, historians, and cryptographers for centuries. No known language matches its writing, and none of the plants depicted have been precisely identified. Some believe it to be an ancient medical treatise, others a compendium of alchemy, while some see it as nothing more than a grand medieval hoax. What is most intriguing is that, even with modern technology and advanced decoding software, no one has managed to reveal its content. The Voynich remains an enigma in book form, a message from the past that stubbornly stays silent. And when we turn our eyes to the oceans, even more mysteries emerge. On the seabed, archaeologists have discovered submerged ruins suggesting the existence of entire cities swallowed by the waters. The most famous of them would be Atlantis, mentioned by Plato, a prosperous empire said to have disappeared in a single day and night of catastrophe. While many consider a legend, other discoveries, such as structures in Japan's Yonaguni region, make some experts believe that ancient civilizations may indeed have been erased by natural disasters. Every column, every submerged staircase, raises more questions than answers. Does the sea hide the true history of humanity? How many lost cities still await discovery beneath the waves? On remote Easter Island, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, The gigantic Moai remain as enigmatic sentinels. These stone statues, some over 10 meters tall and weighing dozens of tons, were carved and transported by an isolated people without modern tools or draft animals. How did they move such heavy blocks across kilometers? The most accepted theory is that they were transported upright, walking with ropes and coordinated movements. But to this day, no one knows for sure the true purpose of these statues. Were they representations of ancestors, spiritual protectors, or symbols of political power? What is certain is that the Moai, in their silence, guard the memory of a civilization that flourished and later declined, perhaps due to overexploitation of natural resources. Finally, we arrive at Puma Punku in Bolivia, one of the most intriguing sites of the ancient world. There, gigantic andesite blocks were cut and fitted with a precision that challenges even modern technology. Some cuts resemble machine-made joints, as if crafted with laser saws. The burning question is, how did a people thousands of years ago accomplish such a feat? Hypotheses range from advanced engineering knowledge to the controversial idea of extraterrestrial assistance. What is certain is that Puma Punku remains an unsolved puzzle, a testimony to a skill that seems beyond the reach of known civilizations of its time. What all these places and artifacts have in common is that they make us realize humanity's history is far more complex than we imagine. Every stone, every line, every symbol is a clue to stories that never made it into books. They are secrets that withstand the test of time and remind us that, despite all accumulated knowledge, mysteries still lie beyond our understanding. Looking at these constructions and manuscripts is to confront the unknown and sense the vastness of what humanity once achieved without us fully understanding how. And so, as we contemplate the Nazca Lines, the Circle of Stonehenge, the Pyramids of Egypt, the indecipherable Voynich Manuscript, the submerged cities, Puma Punku, and the Moai of Easter Island, we are invited to imagine the impossible. Each mystery challenges us to question the past, to seek answers, and to recognize that, despite all modern science, there are still secrets guarded by time. Archaeology shows us that human history is not a straight line, but an infinite narrative, filled with enigmas that continue to fascinate and inspire us to explore the unknown.